What's up, you guys? Such Boss here, and today I just finished Umbrella Academy Season 1, baby. Woo! Yep, you heard it right. I finished Umbrella Academy Season 1. There's 2 seasons. I finished the first half. My dad would watch all the seasons. Shout out to him. He's shushed. So he's quiet me down in my room because I'm obviously loud, but who cares? So let's review Umbrella Academy. Let's begin. Like usual, how I review plots and all sorts of things. I like to call this "Let's Talk About Umbrella Academy," but so it's kind of like my review. So let's talk about Umbrella Academy. So let's talk about the plot and how I felt about the season. How do I like all the characters so far? Who's your favorite character? Is it easy for you to remember the numbers instead of the names? Well, guys, you're about to find out now. So, Umbrella Academy opens up with 43 women giving birth at the same time. Yes, that sounds weird, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. How many kids would you have then? So then, the whole scene opens up with the pool and the girl gives birth, yada yada yada. Skip ahead. So that one person gave birth to the one guy. So the lead character, the dad, who passed away recently from a suicide, which is kind of sad and dark. This is a darker show. He adopted 7 of them. All 7 had powers, except number 7 until later on in the series. I forgot to talk about spoilers. There's a lot of good stuff happening this season. They all went on secret missions and all sort of stuff like this. 5 went missing in time, so he never came back, but he came back eventually 12 years later, which is really cool. Kind of the gist of it. And it's really confusing at first, because a lot of things are thrown around at first. And then when you first digest the plot, you will understand the whole entire series. Just like me, I love the whole thing. It was beautiful how everything was set up. I love the soundtrack. So let's keep on talking. So next up, let's talk about Cha-Cha and Hazel. Those are the first things I'll talk about with you guys. Cha-Cha and Hazel are these characters who Cha-Cha and Hazel are these 2 characters from Time. They work for the Time Agency with the Handler, and their objective is healing number 5. That's the whole mission the whole time, but later on Cha-Cha got almost killed, but then she's alive, which is kind of a big mess in the plot, which is kind of crazy. Think about Hazel's a big donut lover. They're kind of like murderers, almost like spies in disguise, because they wear masks, almost like cosplay masks. They look really cool. I like to cosplay as one of them for Halloween this year, but I don't have a tuxedo. Your boy looks good in tuxedos. He doesn't own a tuxedo, but if I did, it would look really cool. Cha-Cha and Hazel were really cool. Let's talk about Bongo. Pogo, I mean. Pogo is the monkey. He is almost like this character that is like kind of strong. He's on one that Diego really relies on. The whole group relies on. It is very, very cool to see him. Mother is the robot. In case you're wondering, Mother, it's just the robot, and she's never changes ages as she grows on. She's almost like the handler, and she takes like really good care of everybody throughout the series. So now let's take a look at. So the kids are very, very important to follow along. They have so pretty much the show takes place in the future with flashbacks of the childhood. So if you're with me from that, forgot to mention that. So one of the kids in the beginning was they only meet each other for weddings and funerals, stuff like that. I just really appreciated all the different like origin stories and all of them. Ben, he's a strong one. He had ape serum in his blood because he got injured too much. The violinist, number 7, she plays the violin, and she's a big part of the ending of the series. He ends up having powers, and it was crazy, man. I never expected that, man. It was so crazy. What she can do with her ability, and then the whole world ended. Spoilers! Sorry, it's a lot of spoilers about the Umbrella Academy in here. It was breathtaking to see the Earth. Like, the moon literally shot on fire. Like, it was almost like meteorites, like, just hitting Earth. It was crazy. Oh, my goodness. Number 7's really crazy. Also, is a super fan of the Umbrella Academy, which is Mr. Peabody. He murdered his father. I'm sorry, it's darker tones. He killed his father, and then he went to jail for 12 years, came back out of jail, and then he became a a person who kind of kills people still to this day, and then ended up passing away with an eye patch. Yeah. Now let's talk about number four. One of my favorite characters. So his ability is pretty much to he talks to the dead. He talks to the dead a lot. He's a super drunk guy. He's on drugs, which is disappointing. I love the character. He's super funny. He traveled through time with a suitcase. So the suitcase is really important to the series itself. I like how all the characters use suitcases. The suitcases are just help the characters time travel and help time jump. He thought it had money in it, but he traveled back to Vietnam War and he fought in the war and got a tattoo. Like right here, the tattoo, I wanted Darth Vader, but it's like the same location. I wanted a tattoo, obviously. But there's also another character. We have Beth. Beth is really important in the series. She's an actor like me. She's a big movie star, a big celebrity. Everybody loves her. Everyone's like past are kind of darker. And that really hurts because she kind of dumped her ex-boyfriend, her husband. They kind of got divorced after that time because her parents is like, do you have a rumor? I heard a rumor that Turner the Chicken is going to win a lot of games. Is that right, Turner? I think he said yes. But he tells the rumor, and it's kind of fun to see her say that. And then that's the last time she ever saw a daughter. Very dark show, seriously. It's very, very dark. Another character I'm briefly going to talk about is Diego. Diego is an ex-cop who got fired. I think he's a CSI or a detective. I can't really tell. His abilities pretty much use knives, which is cool. Number one, Luther. He's super strong. He's a really cool character. And then later on became an alcoholic. It was kind of crazy how he became an alcoholic. I don't know. I didn't really appreciate that about his character. I like him as a strong, noble person. It's okay you drink a little bit because it's a TV-14 show, but like, don't make your character ever alcoholic, except number 4. But it's okay because there's a lot of stress in his life, and I kind of see that he's kind of like getting depressed and anxiety, and then became a party animal in one of the episodes, which is really funny. There's a lot of funny jokes and scenes in the show, which I appreciated entirely. Pongo, for example, is like a little butler monkey. It's really cool. He kept a lot of secrets from the father, like Vanya, for example, number 7. She can break glass, and then she became like a white violin, which is crazy. I love that. Her violin music was nuts. It was crazy how loud the violins are. One thing I really got to point out here for you guys is the big sound effects. Every time I have my volume up, obviously to hear the dialogue, so the dialogue's kind of quiet, and then you have this big gunshot. It sounds like the real thing. You're actually there. It's not like a big fire, like that. And my mom's always thinking it's like really loud. It's ungodly loud according to her, but it's crazy loud. I love it. My whole family is annoyed by it. My dad doesn't care about it. I love it though. I love having my TV loud, but it was crazy. So hopefully season 2 is more of those gunshots and other sound effects. I love all of it. I don't watch subtitles because my parents are talking a lot with my brother while watching the series, which is kind of a disappointing thing to do, listen to subtitles while watching an actual episode, that's kind of the bummer of the season to my fault. But other than that, the season was fantastic. Can't wait for season 2 though, which I'm starting tomorrow. Speed Racer review will come up tomorrow. I'm watching Speed Racer tonight. But another thing we got to point out in the series is Team Rocket is kind of involved. Because Pongo, Cha-Cha and Hazel remind me of Team Rocket, because Team Rocket is a very important thing in Pokemon, but they kind of remind me of that. This whole series came from the comic books, by the way. Number 5 is one of my favorite characters. He's a time traveler, and you see him a lot in different episodes. I love him a lot. 5 is a 56-year-old person in a 13-year-old's body. And one of my favorite jokes and one of my favorite lines that he has was his line that says, "I'm going to puberty twice." It's kind of funny though. One of the scenes he was actually drunk. He knew the guy from Nicky, Ricky, and Non. He played Ricky from Nicky, Dicky, and Non. I love that show. The Pieces, one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows. He's in there. I love him. He's such a good actor. He's hilarious. Not as good as Gaten Mazzarato or Finn Wolfhard, but he's up there. He's a really talented actor. I appreciate him. It was really, some scenes are really disappointing. Hopefully Beth can talk in season 2. Excuse me. But I just really appreciated 5. His best friend is Dolores. Dolores is really cool. is a mannequin, by the way, and pushes in a wagon. 5 literally was abandoned, and the apocalypse. The apocalypse is happening now. Then at the end of the season, he took him to a different world, which is kind of crazy to see them time travel the whole group. They became kids again. Also, I point out with number 4. He literally has a bed which committed suicide later on, but we don't really get to see fully what happened with that, like Eddie, not Eddie, Stan from It, because we kind of seen the whole bathtub scene from It in the book, but I don't know if there's anything pointed out in the comics. Leave it out in the comments for that, but I'm not sure. They didn't really say anything much about it, but all we know, we did that. Same with the father, which is disappointing. Two characters committed suicide, which is really sad, very very sad with the whole show. The actors are actually still alive. The characters passed away. I love the show to pieces, but another thing I really got to point out to you guys is the aspect of, like, Five. Five works with the agency with this person called the Handler, which is important in the series. I really appreciated it. Handler is kind of like a jerk at times. He's very annoying because she's, like, wants things her way. She kind of steals things from time. She has a piece of candy that can, like, taste like any decade you wish, pretty much. There's he has a bunch of like, accessories he collects over the years. It's kind of cool. You go to the bank and you see these like big cylinder envelope things. You go, boom. You put the like check or bill or anything. I don't know if you put a bill through there. I'm not really sure. Sometimes they give you suckers, but that's what those time capsule things remind me of. Because like the hotel has one. Five finds them in the bowling alley. They're all over the place from the agency. He was almost like a hitman. He's forced to kill people. His whole killing thing was hilarious in the first episode. Like, I really like Constantinople. It was in Manhattan. The Constantinople song. I'm not really going to play it because it's copyrighted music. I have a lot to say in this video. There's so much good things with the Umbrella Academy. I can go on hours just talking about it. So how about you guys go check it out right now on Netflix. It's TV-14 with really dark elements, super confusing, until you digest the whole plot and stuff I talked to you about. Talked to you guys a lot about the Umbrella Academy just now. So I'm ending the video now. Please check it out if you have not seen the Umbrella Academy on Netflix. It's just a phenomenal show. One of my favorites on Netflix. So I'm ending the video now. So hopefully you guys do like and subscribe. It's Such a Boss for more videos like this in the future. And thanks for watching. Peace.